Document management can be accessed through the Documents button at the top right of the OpenBoard window. You can organize your OpenBoard files here, as well as import OpenBoard files, PDF and image files, and export your OpenBoard files in OpenBoard format so that you can work on them on another computer with OpenBoard, or export them as PDF files so you can share them with people who don't have OpenBoard installed or don't know how to use OpenBoard. So in the left-hand pane, you see all of the documents that you've created with OpenBoard already. We said in a previous video that OpenBoard will automatically save the files that you create. Those files are saved with a timestamp. You can go in and double-click a file and rename it to make it more meaningful to you. You can also select the file and click rename, and that will allow you to rename it as well. It's better to do that than to have multiple files with just timestamps, because it's just easier to find a file that has a more meaningful name. New Document will create a new document from this window, and then once you do that, you can click Open in Board and it'll take you to a blank document. I'm going to make sure that's selected, and I'm going to delete that because I don't want it there. Well, I dragged it, so let me drag it to the trash can. I can click on Trash and I can click Empty. If I want to organize my OpenBoard files, I can click New Folder, and we can call this Test, and then I can drag and drop files into that folder if I end up with a lot of OpenBoard files, just to make organization easier. The green arrow shows the active OpenBoard document. So if we have the green arrow here, this pane shows thumbnails of the pages that are in the active open document. And if I click Board here, tap on Board, that'll take me back into edit mode, and I can go edit that particular file. Import will allow me to import other OpenBoard files that I may have created on a different computer, and they will have a .ubz file extension. I can also import PDF files and multiple image type files. If I want to import a PowerPoint presentation into an OpenBoard file so that I can write over top of it in OpenBoard, I have to save it out in PowerPoint as a PDF file. So this is a presentation that I saved from PowerPoint as a PDF file, so I'm going to select it, tap Open. I get thumbnails of the presentation I created. It's going to come in with the name of the file that I gave it. And then with that selected, I can tap Open in Board. And so this is a PowerPoint presentation that I created. It came in as a PDF file, but if I choose the highlighter and choose yellow, I can hide the page sorter view, and I can highlight over items on my slide. I can choose the pen and write on slides. I can show the page sorter view again and jump to different pages in the presentation. So I could circle, do arrows, whatever. To get back into Documents again, I'm going to tap the Documents button, and so I get a thumbnail of what I've created. If I import an image, it's going to come in as its own OpenBoard file, and then if I open it to edit, that image will become a background of the OpenBoard active file. So if I choose one of the selection tools, I can't move it around because it's actually a background now. So you can actually have background images if you want to do that. And it comes in with the name of the image file that I brought in. If I prepared an OpenBoard file in advance, maybe I wanted to have text and some other items ready for me on my OpenBoard pages so that when I take it into the classroom or wherever I'm presenting, I have that ready to go so I don't have to add all of that. I would export it to OpenBoard format and then save it to my jump drive or save it to a desktop so that I can email it to myself or upload it into Google Drive or OneDrive. It's going to save as a .ubz file format. If I wanted to share this presentation that I made annotations over and share it with students, I would go export and export to PDF and then give it a different file name so that I know that I made annotations to it. And then I can share it with my audience that watched my presentation. I can duplicate an OpenBoard file. It's going to come in with whatever the name of the file is with a sequential number behind it. I can rename that whatever and then go ahead and make edits to it and not ruin the original file. So let's open this original presentation I was working with. Let's see if it's going to let me do that. So here's one of the original presentations I was creating. Let's say I want to add a file page from another file. So I can go into Documents, I can go to my presentation, I can select one of the slides and I can add that to my working document. So now that's added as a completely new page to my active document. I can make changes to this and have it added as part of a different OpenBoard document and not make any changes to the original. And I can move that around like I could any other page in the OpenBoard document. To get back to the OpenBoard active document, I can just tap Board and that takes me back to what I was working in.